Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the problem maximum area of the longest diagonal rectangle. So if you are using Python, then this problem is a pretty straightforward one because there is no type conversion. Example, suppose if you are assigning a is equals to 3.9, then Python will consider it as 3.9 itself. But in C++ or in Java, you should assign the suppose you are assigning int a is equals to 3.9, then it will automatically typecast into 3. It will convert into the integer. Definitely it should be double. You can only assign the decimal values for double, so that is the most important thing in C++ and Java. So that's why this problem is not easy one, but like medium to easy level one. First we'll understand the question. Here you are given a 2D zero indexed integer array dimensions, and for all indexes represents the length and dimension represents the width of the rectangle of I. Is saying this is my length and this is my width. Now we need to return the area of the rectangle having the longest diagonal. If there are multiple rectangles with the longest diagonal, then we need to return the rectangle having the maximum area. Suppose if you see this, we have dimensions 9, 3 and 8, 6. How you will calculate the diagonal? Suppose we have rectangle and we have A and we have B, and this is my diagonal. That is what hypothesis. How you will calculate root of a square plus b square? Simple maths. This is the diagonal. So in this, here we have done the same. 9 into 9 plus 3 into 3. Square root of 90, which is 9.487, and square root of 100, which is 10. Square root of 100, which is 10. Here if you say 9 into which is maximum, my 10 is maximum, so we are multiplying 8 into 6, which is 48. We got the answer. If you see here 3 comma 4 and 4 comma 3, here my diagonal length will be 5, root 3 square plus 4 square. Here my diagonal length will be 5, both are 5, and the area is also 12. If you multiply both of them, it will be 12. Now let's see this example. If you have 6 comma 5, I have written the these are all the indexes and these are all my diagonal length. These are all my diagonal length. In this if you see 8 comma 6 has a length of 10, and 2 comma 20 has a diagonal length 10.198. That means 10 into 2, which is 20, will be my answer. And if you see, we should consider only the diagonal, not the area. If you see here, the maximum area can be 8 6 are 48. This can be the maximum area, but the diagonal length is not maximum, which is 10, but here we are getting 10.1 in it. So we should take only the diagonal length. If diagonal length is more, then definitely my area gonna decrease, or depends on the scenario. I think you have got it. So try to solve for a couple of minutes. If you couldn't able to solve, then we will see the high level of the coding part. So I hope you have solved it. So before going to the coding part, I want to say, like, I've created a WhatsApp community called Code with Confidence. So if you are interested in problem solving and if you want to be consistent in problems, so you can join that WhatsApp link. We will just track. There will be no random message. Just we will send the reminders whether you solve the problems or not. So let's understand the code. Area of max diagonal. Here we have size, and here we have double D. Now we are calculating the diagonal. Square root of this is the most important thing. We have typecasted it to the double. Then we are calculating the square root using square root function. Then we are checking if my diagonal length t is my new diagonal length, temporary diagonal length, which is greater than my diagonal d, and if my t is equals to d, that means this condition, right? If there are multiple rectangles with the longest diagonal, if there are multiple rectangles with the longest diagonal, then you're going to calculate answer equals to max of answer comma maximum area we need to calculate. Or else if my diagonal is greater, my temporary diagonal is greater, then definitely my answer will be v of I into v of I plus 1, and we are storing d is equals to t. We are storing the maximum diagonal length into the d, and finally we are returning the answer. So here my time complexity will be order of n, because in single loop we are doing and we are not using any extra space. It will be order of n. I think you have got it. Try to understand more to get a better understanding. So if you understood it, please consider to like, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.